Thailand and Cambodia are exchanging heavy fire along their contested border, a sharp escalation that's killed at least 11 civilians in Thailand, according to officials. Both sides blamed the other for starting the fighting, which saw Cambodia firing rockets and artillery shells into Thailand and the Thai military using F-16 jets to carry out airstrikes. The neighbours are locked in a bitter spat over an area known as the Emerald Triangle, where both the borders of both countries and Laos meet, and which is home to several ancient temples. Relations between the Southeast Asian neighbours have deteriorated sharply since an armed confrontation in May that killed a Cambodian soldier. Let's take a listen to what the Thai Foreign Ministry said a little earlier.
The Royal Thai government is prepared to intensify our self-defense measures if Cambodia persists in its armed aggression and violations upon Thailand's sovereignty, in accordance with international law and principles. The Royal Thai government urges Cambodia to cease its repeated acts which constitute severe violations of international law. Such actions fundamentally contradict the principles of good neighborly relations and good faith, and will further undermine Cambodia's reputation and credibility on the global stage.
Well, for more on this story, I'm joined by Daniel Quinlan, France 24 journalist and former regional correspondent. Dan, tell us more then about what we know about these latest clashes.
Well, obviously, it's a massive and tragic escalation of the conflict and the tensions that have been simmering along that border. Initially, there were just reports of 2 dead, but the latest indications from the Thais are that up to 11 civilians have been killed from the shelling along that border. As you said earlier, the Thais have also escalated in terms of using their military planes, F-16s, to hit back at Cambodian positions along the border. It's still very unclear about how exactly this latest round of conflict broke out, but the Thais claimed that they heard an unmanned drone buzzing above one of their positions and then saw heavily armed Cambodian soldiers walking towards their position, but both sides are essentially blaming each other at this point.
And this is a dispute that dates back more than a century. Tell us more about the historical context.
That's exactly right. When Cambodia was under French control, they negotiated with Thailand, then Siam, to demarcate that area of the border. And a lot of the maps at that time weren't very accurate. There was a lot of confusion about where exactly the line would fall. That mattered when it came to this particular area, where there are incredibly old and important archaeological sites, especially the religious ones. And so Cambodia in 1962 basically made claims against Thailand and wanted the international court and justice system to settle the dispute. And they got a positive ruling in 1962. But ever since then, it's always been a point of contention. It's never really been resolved. And at various points, it simmers and moves along. But tensions recently, in May, as you said, there was a massive escalation with a soldier being killed. Before that, it had been relatively calm for quite a few years. But another point earlier this century, 2008 to 2011, there'd been lots of clashes and a lot of efforts had to be made during this last period to de-escalate and try and resolve things peacefully.
All right, Daniel Quinlan, thank you very much for bringing us the latest.